Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome, welcome. For those of you who are joining for the first time, my name is Miss Stephanie, and this is Chevalier Musique. I teach piano, Suzuki piano, voice, and ukulele. So you'll find lots of different tutorials here on this page. Thank you for joining. Now, if you have a moment, I would very much appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button and maybe like this video or even comment. Tell me where you're from, how long you've been playing. That would be most appreciated. YouTube will then push out that algorithm and more people will learn how to play the piano. Isn't that exciting? So, today we are going to learn Chant Arabe. Chant Arabe is on page 27 in your Suzuki book. And what I really enjoy about Chant Arabe is that it's the first one that we have that's in a minor key. Everything else in the entire book has been in C major. Now, welcome to A minor. So, without further ado, we're going to move on to Chant Arabe. Hopefully, you have been listening to this for quite some time. If not, go ahead and uh, I have recorded all of book one that you can either listen to or you can use it as a play along. You can play along with the right hand um, while the left hand is going, or you can play along your left hand and listen to the right hand. So for right now, we're going to do Chant Arabe, and we're going to start with just the right hand reviewing. The right hand is in A minor position, which means your thumb is on A. Now I have marked twinkle C with this red. Okay, and that's where my middle finger, my number 3 finger, is going to be on C. And if you'll notice, there's a little arrow over your first note, and that is an accent. And that means you lean into that note a little bit. So here we are. Be sure you're sitting right in front of middle C, all lined up. And here we go with Chant Arabe. Drop. Now notice for those accents, I don't push. I'm not poking. I drop my hand. I drop my hand. And then drop your hand. And then drop your hand. And then drop your hand. Now that is the first half of Chant Arabe. Okay, now the second half. The second half starts in measure 9, and again, it has that accent. Notice measure 9 and 10 and measure 13 and 14 are exactly the same. Okay, so let me show you that again. Excellent. Now measure 11 and 12 is this. Measure 11 starts with your third finger. So it steps up and skips down. And then it starts with your pinky and just steps up and down. It goes down to C. Just walks down and then back up. So measure 11, step up and skip down, and then just all steps. 13 and 14 you already know because it's the same as 9 and 10. And here's 15 and 16. So I started with my middle finger, walking up and down and up. So I started with my middle finger and I ended on my pinky. I walked up and down. I walked up, down, and up. Up, down, and up. And then the big finish is B, D, E. B, D, E, D, E. With 2, 4, and 5. 2, 4, 5, 4, 5. So, off. And you lift your hand up off of that. Let me show you one more time, starting in measure 15. Off. Dice al fine, da capo al fine. Since you've heard this over and over again, you already know that that's not the end. It goes back to the beginning and plays until the word fine. And that's the double bar. So that is all of the right hand of Chant Arabe. Again, you can play along with this on my play along. I have recorded the entire book, so hop on over to that and have a listen. Left hand. Let's learn about this left hand now. Left hand, I'm going to mark with another red Post-it. Now this is the low C, and our pinky's on A, and our thumb is on E. Now the whole first 2 lines, all you play is A and E. That's it. A and E, A and E. That's it. You can do that. And notice that I don't just do this. No, I use my wrist. Okay? Using your wrist, rolling it forward like we did in Twinkle Bee. Bum, bum, bum. It's the same thing. Starting in measure 9, that is not a middle C. That is hopping down the octave to low E. So we've got 2 octaves. Now, some of you, if you're an adult or a grown human, if your hand has grown and you can reach that, wonderful, no problem. If you cannot, just practice hopping. So this is the part where you're going to have to look at your left hand. So instead of looking at your right hand, because your right hand's not moving anywhere, this whole time you should be looking at your left hand, okay? So starting in measure 9, it's just the octave. You can reach or you can hop depending on the size of your hand. Now measure 15, we go E, hold 2, F, E, hold 2, octave. So in measure 15, we hit an F there and then back up to E. Okay, and that's all she wrote. That's the whole left hand. It's really not hard at all. So what I like to do when I'm teaching this hands together, I like to start at the end. So let's start in measure 16. Your left hand is playing E. Your right hand is playing E. E. So everybody gets to play an E. I love starting here. So on the last D is when your left hand thumb plays. So our E's played together. Excellent. If you need to rewind, work on that, then come back and let's do measure 15. Measure 15, left hand has E and then F, right hand has walking up. Let's end on the first beat of 16, please. Okay? Left hand and right hand together. And then together, right hand plays C and left hand plays F. Let's do that again. E left hand, C right hand, measure 15. Walk up. Together, left hand F, right hand C. End on E's. E is an egg. Let's do that again. 15, end on the first beat of 16. Left hand C, left hand E, right hand C. Ready? Here we go. Walk it up. Together, together. Excellent. That's the trickiest part. So spend some time working on that part. If you get that part, the rest of it is going to come so easy. Let's start at the very beginning. Let's go back to the beginning. Left hand is playing A and E. Right hand is starting on C together. Left hand is like that metronome. 1, ready, go. And then, so let's do that one more time. Together, sneak together. So that number 2 finger plays after the second chord. 1, 2, 2 thumb. Keep going. And together, sneak it in. And together again. So just remember, ba bum. Together, alone, together. Okay? All right, so go through that as needed, rewind as needed. And now let's look at measure 9. Left hand plays pinky on E, right? Left hand pinky on E and then thumb on E. See how that works? Let's do that again. Together, ba 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 ba, together. Now measure 11, 8th notes, so they play together, together. So on this one, it's just a matter of lining your notes up, okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So notice that your hands play together on beats 1 and beat 2, and then the left hand holds. Let's go on to measure 13 and finish this song off. Together, together. Here we go. You know this part. So together, 2, 1. So it's a little bit different. The reason that this ending is different is because the whole time the pattern has been 1, 2, 1, 2. Now notice in measure 15 and 16, we flip that around left hand. It's 1, hold 2, 3, 1, hold 2, 3. So the left hand doesn't come on until beat 3 instead of beat 2. So let's do that last line again, and I'll count out loud for you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then back to the beginning. Excellent. Okay, so I think we have gotten all of Chant Arabe. So go back to the recording of the video that I made of the entire book. Go to Chant Arabe, play the right hand while I'm playing both hands, and then go through and play the left hand while I'm playing both hands. And then go ahead and try to put that hands together. I think that you'll be able to do it. Best of luck, and I will see you at our next lesson, which will be Allegretto 1, Czerny. Who doesn't love to play Czerny? Don't forget